AB3 Anime Aaron here. I'm pretty sure you saw that title, man. Was the premiere badge worth it in 2022? Do I regret spending almost $600 on this badge? And I literally mean, now, me personally, because I bought the badge pre-COVID, I rolled it over, so I got to buy it at $500. Still ended up being almost $600, and then those who bought it at $575 and it was over. It is what it is. Base question, bro. Was this badge worth all that money? Yes, I will tell you a million times over. If you don't mind spending the money, if you are able, because they're not easy to get, buy this badge, man. Okay? I don't know how else to say that. I mean, you guys saw my last premiere video from years ago. Nothing's changed. If anything, I got to use way more of this time because I knew what I was getting into than I did last time. All right, let's talk about it. The premiere badge for Anime Expo, if you do not know, comes with certain benefits, okay, that you just don't get with a 4-day badge. You just don't. One, you get access to the premiere lounge, which I did not frequent as much, but when I did go, it was nice to be able to sit down and look at my schedule and not hear just crowd noise everywhere, and charge my phone while I waited and get a free drink or two here or there. And you just hanging out with other premiere fans who are just really cool people to meet, not to mention the swag bag. I would show you guys the stuff I got out of my swag bag, but it's already been distributed. It's like I got home and my bag got hit. They took half of my stuff. It is what it is. But the premiere bag, next year, I promise you, I'll show you guys the actual bag. But the premiere bag, it was so cool. It was such an awesome experience to be in the premiere lounge, and I definitely took advantage of that. Next thing, the percentage off we get for AX merchandise. Now, I didn't personally use this, but I had friends that did, and they took complete advantage of this. So we get a discount on AX merch with our premiere badge. No one else gets that, okay? A 4-day regular badge does not get you discounts on these items, okay? And by AX merch, I mean Anime Expo merchandise. Which, by the way, I had no idea the line to buy AX merch would be so long. Okay? I'm talking about like wrapped around the room trying to get AX merchandise. I had no idea that much AX merchandise was sold at the convention. So it was really cool to see that and to know that we get a discount on that had I wanted it. I didn't buy AX merchandise, but that doesn't mean I didn't appreciate it. The ability to get into the exhibit hall an hour early. Here's where it gets tricky. Our badge does entitle us to get into the exhibit hall an hour early, which I did. Your boy was all at 9 o'clock on the dot. I was in the exhibit hall. It was super cool. It was quiet. I could move around. I could spin in circles. I don't know why I could spin in circles, but bitch, I could do it. I could just spin in circles if I really wanted to. And I wouldn't touch anyone because there was no one in there. We were able to go to every booth. You know how crazy it is to walk up to a booth and be able to look at everything on the table and not have to go, hey, my bad, bro. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to look at that one. No, I didn't have to do any of that. I could walk right up to the booth and look at whatever the hell I wanted to look at because no one was in there. Here is the other part of that though, which I don't want to be that premiere fan who doesn't acknowledge that it did happen. So we were in there at about 9:40, 9:45. I think it was about 9:40. They let in the general attendees. Here's why I will not complain about it though. Safety, okay? We all have to understand that although we do have premiere badges, we are still a part of the Anime Expo attendees. There are our fellow attendees outside piling up down the streets, down alleyways. They're over here, they're over there, they're piled everywhere. And AX, I'm assuming for safety reasons, they had a bunch of general attendees already inside, for the pre-ceremony. And then they started letting them in because I'm assuming they looked around and were like, yo, we have got to get some of these people out of the street, because I guarantee you that line was everywhere. I took a small video of just the line inside. The line outside was way worse. Now, everyone got inside a lot quicker this year, which is awesome, but that line was horrible. So it was cut a little short, but I completely understand it, so I'm not going to complain about it. The coolest part about being inside the exhibit hall early, though, was getting access to the exclusives before other people did. Now, I didn't buy exclusives, okay? For those of you who do not know, I'm not really into collecting figures. And I sell anime figures, so I don't really buy them. If I want anime figures, I kind of call my distributor, I get the figures, it is what it is. So I don't really collect them like that. But I did go around and see the Good Smile booth. I saw Koikawa's booth. I saw so many booths with exclusives, and it really was a first come, first serve thing. Some of these, they'll bring a bunch of these things, but certain figures, they may only bring 10 of that one figure, and that's it, because it's an exclusive just for the convention. And this badge allows you to get access to it early before anybody else, so you could claim that thing you wanted. Now, let's talk about getting in and out of the building. I personally buy this badge for 2 reasons. One, bro, I hate lines. Let's just be real. I don't know how to say this any more blunt. I don't know how to look, bitch. I don't do lines, okay? I hate lines, all right? I don't like, bro, I will leave groceries at the grocery store if I have to wait X amount of time. I'm not about to stand in long lines. I just don't do it. It's not for me, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not that patient. I wish I was. I'm really not, okay? And this thing allowed me to just like that, bro. So I read a comment on, I can't remember if it was Reddit or if it was the AX Discord, but it was an honest comment. And I hate to say it, but it's a real comment when you're thinking about this badge. I only had to wait in line if I chose to. I don't know how else to say it. I would literally have to choose to wait in line with this badge this year. Like, every time I wanted to do something, bro, I just showed up and walked right in. I had no issues. I don't know how other Premiere fans did it this year, but I literally do. The only time I waited for anything was because I chose to wait. And then I regretted choosing to wait because I was like, yo, I could go do something else with this time before this premiere starts. Don't get me wrong. When I got done, though, that Damachi episode was fire, so I can't even complain. But literally, bro, I only had to wait because I chose to. I read that comment and it was truthful. I chose to wait in line. Other than that, let's be real. This badge says that as long as you show up 30 minutes, but give yourself an hour ahead of whatever panel you're trying to get into, you'll be let in. Yeah, that happened this year. I didn't have to do anything, dude. I showed up for everything I wanted to do. Any panel I wanted to go to. I went to a voice actors panel. I went to the Damaji panel. I went to Demon Slayer. I was at a couple different panels. I can't even remember everything. But it was nice just to be able to walk up and walk right in, bro. No questions, no problems, no issues. Just, hey, I'm here. Go straight inside the room, sit down. No problem. I ain't had to do anything, man. That badge was great. The other side of that is where I said I don't like waiting in lines. I mainly mean to get into the building, getting in and out of Anime Expo. Now, if you have a 4-day badge, it's not that as the day goes on, the hardest part of getting into Anime Expo is the morning. When you show up first thing in the morning, you're generally lined up with a lot of other people because they're all trying to get into the exhibit hall. artist alley. They're trying to get to a panel. So there's usually tons of people lined up to get into the building at the very beginning parts of the day. As the day wanes, it's a lot easier, even with a 4-day badge. As the day goes on, you can generally walk right up to the entrance door and walk right into the building with no problem. You're usually in 5-10 minutes, no issues whatsoever. But that's on like day 2, 3, and 4. Day 1, on the other hand, although everyone was able to get in quicker, I will say some people, of course, still had to wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I can't tell you, but I do know some people did have to wait. But it was nowhere near the wait time that it has been. The line situation, the lines, the AX line con, they fixed that. They fixed the hell out of it. I don't care what no one says. They fixed a lot of line con. I won't say there weren't still some lines. I'm just saying I ain't heard no 6-hour waiting story. I ain't heard that this year. And that's a good sign. Good job, AX, because no one wants to wait that long to get inside the building. And the fact that we're not hearing those horror stories is amazing this year. So good job to AX. You guys did a great job with that. But with the Premier badge, let's get back to what I mean. Okay, I gave this example in my last video, but I guess it's the best way to do it. We lined up early. I think we showed up probably 7:30 in the morning. Went to the entrance, lined up, waited to get in at 9. Here's where it gets weird. We got in through our entrance. I went into the exhibit hall, shopped, grabbed my stuff that I wanted, because at this time they started letting 4-day people, general attendees into the building. No big deal, but I don't want to carry bags in front of a lot of people. So we grabbed our stuff. It's like, yo, you want to go back to the hotel and drop this off? Yeah, cool. So we walked back to the hotel, dropped our stuff off, walked back to the convention center, because your boy was at the residence. It's like right there. It's worth it, bro. Come watch my video. I did a short on what the resident room looks like. I will only book that shit from now on. Like, let's just be real. I will always go straight to that room from now on. But anyway, I was able to walk right back to the convention center, walk right to the premiere entrance, and I was right back in the building. I mean, I didn't have to stop. I didn't take a stutter step. I didn't have to wait for anybody. I literally just walked right back up to the line, beep, and keep moving. I mean, that's the entry. And as every day going forward, that's all it was. I did not wait in line another day. Literally, now that I think about it, I only waited in the line twice. Okay, 3 times. Because I waited in line for food one time. Never doing that again. The food was trash. But I waited in line at the beginning of the convention with the other premiere fans to get inside the building. I waited in line for Damachi. And that was because I chose to. I chose to go into the room early because they weren't doing a room clear. So I just went into the room early because I wanted a decent seat at a good point in the video. And those were the only 2 times I waited in line. The entire convention, all 4 days, I waited in line twice, bro. That was it. I had no problem doing anything else. I walked wherever I wanted. I walked into any room. I got into the building like with no issue. The Premier badge, man, a lot of people give it flack because I know before it used to be that the Premier badge would give you like, $50 off a concert ticket and this and that. So I will say it doesn't give you as many benefits, but the ones that matter the most to me are still there. And the benefit of having first access to ticketed events is a big deal. It is a huge deal. I could not count the amount of messages I saw just asking, yo, can you give me a Demon Slayer ticket? Anybody got a fake ticket? Yo, who's got the Persona? Anybody know when the Kaguya-sama? Like, it was so many people trying to get tickets to ticketed events, but we were already done. We got an access code days before everyone else, and we were able to reserve tickets before everyone else to get into said events. I mean, that by itself was a benefit. I mean, this thing just It just does what I need it to do. Okay? I know it costs a lot of money. I'm not going to pretend like it is not expensive. And I will say it like I did in my original video. Can you get by with a 4-day badge? Yes, you will have a blast even with a 4-day badge at this convention. You just watch your time, you get where you need to go, you line up a little earlier, you go to the rooms a little earlier, and you're fine. You'll still be able to do everything you wanted to do. For the most part. Here's why it's for the most part. Because I have this, I don't have to line up like you do. I can move around the building easier. I can get from end to end a lot faster. And because of this, I can go to more panels, I can get into more events, and I have less scheduling conflicts than you do if you have a regular 4-day badge. Where you might see a panel that's at 2 and another one at 4 and be like, oh my God, I can't go because this panel at 2 is going to get out at 2:45. It might take me 10-15 minutes to get there and I can be there about 3, but at 3 o'clock I'm probably at the very back of the line for this panel and I can't get in. Whereas with me, if I go to that panel at 2 o'clock, I get out 2:45, I walk over 15 minutes, I still got an hour before the panel start. What you say? I got an hour? A word? That means I get to walk right in. I get to go right in because I got over an hour. I ain't got no problem. I can just go right into the building, right into the panel. No questions asked. That's the benefit, man. That this is time, okay? Wise people always say the one thing that you can never get back is time. You lose time, you try to gain time. We are always fighting for time. Even at conventions, you are fighting for time. Time is the one commodity that you can't get. You can't just buy time. But what you can do is take advantage of the time you have, bro. This helps you take advantage of the time you have. So, yo, that's all I'm gonna say, man. I love this badge, dude. I don't care what people say. I love the Premier badge. I have gone to Anime Expo twice at this point. I'm going for 2023, so it'll be my 3rd time. But I've bought this badge twice, okay? And both times, I would buy it again. If this badge went up in price, I would buy it again. AX, don't put this badge in high. Okay, 500 is enough, bro. I get that y'all had to make some money back with the 575 thing. 500 is enough. $4.99 for this badge is plenty. Okay, we can stick at $4.99. Like, inflation is a bitch. Like, but yo, just if you have to choose between the two, and you can afford it, get the Premier badge. I'm not telling anyone to spend. I'm sorry, I hit the mic. I'm not telling anyone to spend $500, $600 after taxes if you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, if you're not going to save up for it, if it's going to impact your flight, your hotel, if it's going to impact your experience at the convention, bro, don't do it. I'm just being real, okay? Just take advantage of the 4-day badge and spend more money on merchandise and things at the con or your hotel or whatever. Only buy this badge if you know what you're getting into. Understand, this is a $600 investment. That's just the only way to say it. It is $600. If there are 2 of you guys, it's $1,200. Understand, that is somebody's rent, bro. Okay, so just understand that part. So if you can only buy the 4-day badge, it's cool. Buy the 4-day badge, man. I met so many people who had a blast and they were having fun doing everything with just a 4-day badge. But when you ran into a Premier fan, man, they knew. They looked it up. They would look at your badge and they would just know, oh, nah, they having a different experience. And if you don't believe me, comment down below. If you were someone who had a 4-day badge before, and then you decided this year to get your Premier badge for the first time, comment down below. And I swear to God, you guys talk to the person in that comment and they will tell you the experience is completely different between a 4-day badge and a Premier badge. It is a completely different animal. It's a completely different experience. And your con is so much better when you have this badge. I don't even want 1 million people to buy this badge because I need to make sure I get one. But I'm telling you guys, your convention is way more better with this badge. Now, with that being said, that is the end of this video. I will do maybe 2 more AX videos. I'm trying to think. I know one video I want to do is this AX Ontario situation because I think there's a lot of confusion. I want to make sure people understand what's happening with this convention because I do think a lot of people are getting confused. What's AX doing? Whatever. We'll do that video. Anyway, man, you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for putting up with me for almost 20 minutes while I rant about how awesome this badge was. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. See you later.